All right, my friends, today's episode, we're going to talk briefly, and it's going to be a really short episode, but I kind of want to talk to you all about what else do I do when I cook my steaks in an air fryer. Well, believe it or not, I have been experimenting in the last few months with sous vide. And now, granted, I do have a Dreo Chef Maker air fryer that can do sous vide, but it's not really sous vide, to be honest with you. It's not really, I mean, it does a good job at trying to do it, but you really need a sous vide if you actually want to accomplish a sous vide steak, right? So I have this sous vide by Anova right here. And this device here goes in a container and you fill it up with water, and then you throw a bag, like I usually pressure seal my bags, right? Or my steaks into bags. And I just take those out of the fridge. Usually I thaw them out. And I just throw them in there, set this timer, and voila. After a few hours of it cooking, then I'll take it out. And I usually have it undercooked. So when I go ahead and take it out, I'll usually pat it dry, throw some salt and seasoning on it, and then throw it in the air fryer just for a couple minutes, just kind of sizzle it on the outside. But it really does tenderize some of the harder cuts of meat, like chuck steak or whatever, which, by the way, if you do chuck steak, it's probably best to sous vide it for about 24 hours to break down all the gristles and stuff like that. But I usually cook them on around 120 degrees. Even my ribeyes, I cook on 120 degrees. And then I'll throw it in the air fryer for a couple minutes, just kind of sizzle it on each side at 450 degrees. But it really does add a nice flavor to your steaks and really tenderizes it very well. Now, I don't typically use the sous vide for chicken. I like to cook my chicken thighs for 35 minutes in the air fryer at 400 degrees. I found that that was an optimal thing to get it nice and crispy on the outside, on the actual skin, because I season and everything right. But I really love cooking it in my air fryer, so I don't typically use this sous vide other than if I want to do a steak, and that's like a beef steak. Now, even pork steaks, I prefer them actually in the air fryer. I just think that the pork steak turns out better that way because I cook it at 15 minutes at 450 degrees. And when that cooks that pork steak, because of all that fat, I'm getting hungry thinking about it. Yeah, it really does a good job at that. I'm telling you, it really does a good job. So I did want to kind of just tell you about this. Like I say, now this Anova here, it is really easy to operate with your phone. It's really easy just to use just the online stuff. Plus on your phone, you can actually program it for certain types of meat, right? It's a really cool thing. But this container here doesn't come with the Anova, okay? But you can buy that separately on Amazon. And it's got a little slot where this just slides down into, heats the water pretty quickly, and then it just starts cooking it. And I'm telling you, if you haven't tried sous vide, it's really cheap way of doing it. I don't think this really costs that much. I forget. I'll put a price up in a second here. But it doesn't really cost that much. And it really makes your food taste great. Just another thing, maybe another option if you're just tired of doing it strictly in the air fryer. This is another cool way to kind of add a little extra flavor to your meals if you're on the carnivore diet, or even if you're not on the carnivore diet. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this short little episode. And if you did and want to see more of these episodes in the near future, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. And with that being said, I want to wish y'all a wonderful week, and I'll catch you next episode. Take care. Bye. Buttercup, what are you doing in the cabinet? What? No, there's no cat food in there.